This is a reading video for Fairy Tail, the final season, episode 278. Click in the link in the description below to go watch my reaction to the episode, and then come back here to see my full thoughts, ideas, and theories about this episode and what's to come next, and so on and so forth. My theories on what's to come next, ideas, and so on and so forth. It's good to be back. I cannot wait to see more. So click away now, or be spoiled as to what happened in this episode. So hyped to get back into this. This is so good. So joining me for Fairy Tail, it's not as always. So to clear some stuff up, for those of you wondering, for those of you who remember, I guess, in any sense, I used to have a friend of mine called Dark Wolf, and he helped me through the entirety of Fairy Tail, all from episode. It's like 10-ish, or I think it was like 8. I think really early on. Like I did like the first couple batches of Fairy Tail when I first started it on my channel like a couple years ago, and I ended up getting his help because there was some stuff that he wanted to keep from spoiling me, kind of like that, from openings and so on and so forth. So up until like starting at like episode 8 or 10 or something like that, all the way up to episode 277, which was the end of the second arc, or sorry, second season, kind of thing. So with all his help with that and everything, sadly he has real life issues and everything like that going on in his life, and he couldn't be around as frequent as he used to. So we still kind of keep in touch here and there, but we never talked about him coming back to help out with Fairy Tail. But I do have Try, who is one of my admins on my Discord, and who's helped me in many shows on timestamping and so on and so forth. And he has yeah, F Darkwell. He has taken up the role as timestamper for Fairy Tail. So we're in good hands. I trust Try with everything that he does, and not only him, but I'm sure you said you also get help from Xerandarium and the other members of Discord, right? I'm pretty sure. You just ask them for advice, kind of thing, like what do you think, sort of thing. I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's pretty much what it is. Yeah. So we're in good hands. Don't worry. Spoiler chat often. Okay, yeah. This is one of the channels I'm not allowed in, basically. So, this episode was awesome. I did like it a lot. It's good to be back. It's really, really good to be back. It was really cool to see. It basically picked up immediately after 277, where Natsu, Happy, and Lucy all left the festival, not the festival, sorry, the Grand Magic Games city. They left there in a hurry because like Natsu burnt the whole place down basically as he was leaving, kind of thing. But this kind of picks off. I'm pretty sure maybe not like the next like moment of that episode after 277, but like around that time, kind of thing. The journey to the next city, which happens to be Lamia Scale City, and we meet the first member of Fairy Tail that has moved on since the disbanded guild. Words and things. So it looks like basically Wendy and Carla have moved on to Lamia Scale. And well, I guess from what Wendy was saying, it looks like it was just to help with the one Lamia Scale girl, the one who does wind magic and stuff like that, the God Slayer. Shelia, there you go. See, I remember these names when it's like spoken to me, kind of thing. But like on top of my head, I can't remember all the things. I said it in my reaction try, but I need like a crash course on all the names of Fairy Tail, because it's gonna bug me if I'm getting someone wrong, because I forgot Lily's name at the very end of the episode, because I was mentioning how I love Carla's new human form, much how Lily's form is basically like, he's a small cat when he's like, just himself, and then he gets all muscly and big and like that with his giant sword, so that he can like fight with with the guild and everything. So to have Carla do that is so cool. She looks really good too when she's in human form. And she says it increases her magic abilities, I'm guessing, as well as her clairvoyance as well. So I'm really interested to see what that does, like, because her clairvoyance from up until now has just been kind of like, kind of vague memories or, something like that, like in the future kind of stuff. She hasn't really like focused it too much on like, how to hone in on it kind of thing. So I'm wondering if she can do that now with this human form. If she could do just like, think about it and be like, yep, this is exactly what's going to happen in the future kind of thing. So that's what I'm kind of wondering, if that's what's going to be the case now, but we shall find out. Anyways, in my hype for Carla's new human form, I kind of just glanced over the whole villains of this episode, because I was I was like, Carla, what the heck? But yeah, so there are villains in the shadows basically that want to basically take over Lamia Scale or destroy them kind of thing. Has it been? I'm guessing they're a dark guild, right? I'm pretty sure they're a dark guild, dark guild, or like a group of bandits, or something like that, that want to harm Lamia Scale. Basically, I'm assuming dark guild. Otherwise, like if it was like an actual guild, like you would think this new, council would like intervene and disown them as like an actual guild kind of thing. But we learned some new info on, Makarov, basically. Makarov has gone missing. Not even the council knows where he is. So I'm wondering about that, like where he is and everything. Because I know he had the conversation with the teleporter guy after, making him known that he is part of Fairy Tail as well. But he had the conversation with him saying that like it's time to like throw in the towel effectively, basically, and then disband the guild kind of thing. And then we had the kind of foreshadow bit, I guess, from Mavis at the very end of Zero. We had her kind of go through that monologue of like the guild ever since the creation of Fairy Tail, wrapped up quite a big debt or whatever like that, because of all the payments and so on and so forth of the destruction that they keep doing throughout the history of Fairy Tail. But then she said like sadly it's disbanded, so on and so forth. But she said that she hopes the spirit of Fairy Tail is still in their hearts, so that way they can come back together stronger, kind of thing. So with the hint of like that, as well as Natsu wanting to bring the guild back together and so on and so forth, I really am interested to see if like, obviously it's going to happen, but like I'm wondering to what degree though. Like is it going to be like an actual guild like coming back together? Or is it just going to be like a few of them kind of thing, like as like a band, kind of like because I'm assuming not everyone's going to come back. Much how Wendy was sort of in this episode, how she was like, I'm not coming back, kind of thing like that. And then the rest of Lamia Scale, they're like, we knew you're going to leave, something like that. But then like she, caught everyone off guard, saying that she's not going to leave. Because like they were saying that they were preparing for when to leave one day, kind of thing, that when Fairy Tail get back up on their feet, or so on and so forth. But Wendy doesn't want to hurt Shelia or leave her alone, I guess is what the main thing is. So basically what happened was after that news that she's not going to come back to Fairy Tail, kind of thing, Natsu, Happy, and Lucy all went back to their hotel or whatever it was, and they just kind of like was like shocked. They're just like all sitting there like, we don't know what to do, like all that kind of stuff. That was funny. But that's when the city was under attack and so on and so forth. Went outside and all these monsters started showing up. Basically they're gonna go attack the person in charge, kind of think that. of the attacks. Like I said, be some kind of Beastmaster guy. I thought they might have been summons, so on and so forth, but it makes more sense that it's like a Beastmaster. But that's a lot of minions. Anyways, a lot of beasts, I should say. Anyways, so uh, Natsu and Happy end up, deciding to go like fly up and then like go over the monsters kind of thing, and that's when Shelia just jumped in, kicked Natsu's face, and just like flew up with Happy. I love how like a bit nonchalant and like kind of out of place Happy was. He's like, okay, like he wasn't quite sure like what to do in that situation, which was funny. But he's basically following Carla's footsteps in that regard. Doesn't want to like hurt her or whatever kind of thing. But because of that event, Natsu became like so angry that he just started bull rushing his way through like the hordes of minions like as they're coming through the town kind of thing like that. So that was hilarious. That was so funny. It makes me kind of wonder if Carla knew that so this was going to happen kind of thing. Like she because like she says that in her human form she has like better clairvoyance and so on and so forth. So I'm wondering if because like she was in her human form, flying Windy up basically. So I'm wondering if she kind of knew Shelia was going to do this, and then just kind of told Happy like let's just keep going kind of thing, and she knew that Natsu was going to bull rush through the entire hordes of minions to like get back to Happy kind of thing, as like a measure to get him like fired up kind of thing. I wanted him so badly to actually use his fire magic because we've learned from episode 276 that he's badass with fire now. Like his training is like incredible. So I wanted to see him do like a full on barrage of just like almost like the hell flame, when he was like in hell flame mode kind of thing, just utterly just devastate like the entire countryside of all the minions just in one just giant dragon breath or something like that. But sadly we're just gonna get him bull rushing his way all the way through kind of thing. But I'm wondering how easy these guys are compared to like whatever kind of thing. Like, are they actually better than Lemmy Scale in terms of like power and strength and so on and so forth? Like, is Natsu even going to have issues fighting them? I doubt it, but at the same time, like maybe some issues kind of thing. But it seems like this might be like the first like mini arc. I would assume, because like overall, I can see the entirety of Fairy Tail, or the final episode, or the final season of Fairy Tail. Maybe the entire season, because we did see that kind of weird bit of Zeref and like all these other people kind of think that. But I think we're gonna get a couple episodes dedicated to each member of the former Fairy Tail members kind of thing. So we'll probably get like a couple episodes with Wendy. We'll probably get a couple episodes with Loxus, and we'll probably get a couple episodes with so on and so forth. Just like all the members of Fairy Tail kind of thing, Urza and Gray and Juvia and so on and so forth, depending on where they are in the world kind of thing. But we'll probably get a couple episodes dedicated to them to kind of win them back over to the Fairy Tail side kind of thing. And I'm sure this is like I said, this is like Wendy's triple episode behind winning her back kind of thing. So I'm assuming this is going to be like basically that, like trying to save Lamia Scales town and all the people and everything like that, and then talk to Wendy about it, and she's like, okay, you're stronger, just like that, and then join up with Fairy Tail again or whatever like that. But I know Shelia was saying that she should go kind of thing, that she has Lamia Scale on her side, so she's not going to be alone. So I hope that maybe pushes it. I hope Ichia joins Fairy Tail so you can have a few. That's funny. Didn't we see something about? We saw a clip, or like small like frames of where all the members are at the time. Like we saw a picture or something like that. Was it in Zero? It was either in Zero or it was at the end of 277. It was all these pictures and kind of stuff of where all the fairy tale members are currently. We had like Lily with like a badass kind of like scarf, like it's going to the desert, like being a badass. Yeah, I think it was 277. I feel like we saw where Loxus was. Or we saw a lot of the members, but I feel like somebody was in a different guild. Was that Wendy? I can't remember if Wendy was part of that. Like I know I said in my reaction that I went back and watched like the past 2 episodes to kind of catch up, but I didn't watch the end part of 277. Because I already kind of saw that bit. That bit is fresh in my mind. Like the whole like them running out of town. You try pulling up this pics. Yeah, go for it. I do want to look back at that moment and like try to theorize and what's these what the former guild members are up to basically. I'm really interested about like the kind of the I wouldn't say like background characters of Fairy Tail, but like you know what I mean, like the kind of secondary characters of Fairy Tail, like the boy and his dad and the smoker, and again, like I said, names are going to be a little bit hard for me to kind of remember off the top of my head. Okay, so Juvia and Gray are training somewhere. It looks like. I would assume some kind of beach area kind of thing, because Juvia is in like a swimsuit. There's the Lily one. That one was epic. I love seeing that one. Yeah, the Lily and what's her name? Darn it, names. I keep saying in my mind. I keep Levy. There we go. In my mind, my mind kept saying Juvia, but I know that's not Juvia. So like, it's so frustrating. But yeah, Levy is with them, which is awesome. So that's awesome. Very very cool. That was one of my favorite pictures of like the kind of teasing of like where the new members are, or the former members of Fairy Tail are. So where are the other ones? I remember seeing something about Loxus, I believe. Loxus was in there. Not entirely sure. I guess I could pull the episode up again. Trying to think of my memory. There's one of Wendy and Carla, but it's just them. It doesn't really show much. And one of Urza smiling. Okay. So no Loxus. I thought Loxus had like some kind of picture or something like that at the end of that. Interesting. I guess not. So yeah, I had a ton of fun with this episode. It's gonna be really interesting to see if my theories are correct, and like we're gonna get a couple episodes with Wendy and then her, win her back kind of thing, and then go find the next one kind of thing. Oh, that's probably true. It did show previous arcs and everything. We had, yeah, because it was running through like all arcs, like from the very beginning. Like we had like the battle for Fairy Tail and all that kind of stuff. Exactly. So that's probably what I was remembering, I guess. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. This series was like one of my favorites on my channel. For sure. It's a super super long like running series on my channel, so it's glad to be back. Do we know exactly how many episodes this entire season's gonna be, or has it been said or mentioned? Or 51? Okay. All right. I just want to do some quick math. Oh god, had a little bit of lag there. So 328. Okay, so we're actually gonna break 300. Jesus, that's gonna be cool. So yeah, so I I know from some people on my Discord saying that the voice actress for the Guildmaster for Lemia Scale, her voice actress changed. They had to change roles or whatever, um, and I mean it's a bit different than I remember, kind of thing, of the Guildmaster, but I mean it fits, kind of thing. Like we only heard it for like a little bit, kind of thing, but um, I think it fits definitely. Got the kind of tone down of the character pretty well, so we'll see how it goes, kind of thing. But I think that what the person said on Discord was like that was the only voice actor or actress that they had to replace. I believe they said that like everybody else came back, which is awesome. So we're gonna get like all the characters that we've known and loved in the dub, basically, coming back with their voice and everything like that. So very, very cool. But yeah, when Wendy showed up, I haven't heard her voice in Wendy's style, kind of like that, in such a long time. I remember her voice and like, I mean, freaking, how many different shows have I watched recently that had her voice actor or actress? But we had yeah, all the shows basically. That's true. But most notably being a certain scientific railgun. That's most notably where I remember her as being like a main staple of the show, kind of thing. But many other shows as well. I think she's a really good voice actress. I really do like her voice a lot. So for the upcoming, like, theorizing of what's going to happen next, I'm assuming Natsu is just going to bull rush his way all the way through the hordes of minions, all the way to the person responsible, kind of thing. We're probably going to have a battle between them. I'm trying to, like, in my mind, think if it's at all possible at the level that Natsu is now, if these guys are going to give him any problems whatsoever, or if it's just going to be like a one-hit KO, kind of like, no, not a single chance, like, in hell, like, that anybody would stand up to Natsu at this power level, kind of thing. He took out so many guilds, including the entire stadium, in 276. So someone ever really gave Natsu a problem before, anyways. Though, I mean, it's true. I mean, they beat him to like a pulp, to a point of him like falling down. That's what I mean, kind of thing like that. Like, but he gets back up and then fights back again and kind of like that, or gains the power of friendship and then just like stands up. Yeah, and then the friendship punch comes. But he was away for a year training, and then at 276 when he came back to the arena and fought all of the in the Grand Magic Games against all the winner and like all the other guilds in the whole place. Like, that was on a whole nother level of like what we've seen Natsu be able to pull off before. Like, he's just like walking into the stadium, like there was heat coming off of him, and like it was like just like shimmering the ground and like there was smoke and everything like that. And then the moment he did like the kind of big blast, or whatever like that, it was melting people's clothes and the stadium, like melting stone. Like, just but like the sheer presence of him being at the middle of the stadium with like the sheer like dragon heat kind of thing. It was melting stone. Like, statues that we've seen in the Grand Magic Games were being melted and dissolved, like, kind of thing, just by his sheer heat, coming off of his body, kind of thing. So if he can do something like that, I doubt these guys can stand a chance. But I guess we'll have to find out. Because who knows? Who knows? I'm actually wondering. I had this thought during my reaction, but I was wondering, we had that shot of all these different, like, kind of shadow characters and so on and so forth, and then, Zeref, kind of thing like that, of all these different characters, kind of think that. I'm wondering if those people are, like, Zeref's new minions or maybe demons? Possibly? Not quite sure yet in my mind if I believe they're demons or not. Maybe just, like, disciples or something. But anyways, I'm wondering if one of those shadow people happened to be the leader of this guild, Attack Lamia Scale, just kind of, uh, I would assume that these kind of shadow figures are all meant to go like spread out through the world and like cause chaos and kill people and blah 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 blah. Whatever Zeref commands, kind of thing. If they are demons, kind of thing, Natsu's fought demons before, but they were just from the Book of Zeref demons, and seeing how Zeref is reawakened in his new form, kind of thing, I'm wondering if even if like these are demons, kind of thing, they're probably going to be better than the Tartarus demons. Seeing how, like, again, he's reawakened, he's probably making new demons if he's like fully awake, kind of thing. So on and so forth. But if they're just champions, they're just like disciples and everything, it shouldn't be too hard to defeat. Again, with Natsu's new like strong, powerful kind of stuff. Maybe? I'm not sure. So I'm still kind of like iffy on if this kind of like lizard guy or whatever like that is a demon or just like a disciple, or has anything to do with Zeref. He might not even have anything to do with Zeref. He's just kind of like an evil guy, and then like Natsu's gonna go up there, one punch him, and then get Windy, get on our team, head out of town, go get somebody else. Like simple, easy, next episode, a one-hit KO, we're done, over with, let's go home kind of stuff. Like, so we're not sure. Well, I'm not sure anyways. But I am hyped nonetheless. Is there anything that I should touch on again? Have you seen this episode, Try or not? I can't remember if you have or not. I know you're saying you're gonna watch it, but when it hits one of the sites or something like that, but read the manga when it was coming. Oh, okay. Interesting. In this episode, you remember me missing anything? I'm trying to think of all the different things that happened in the episode. Oh, we heard Windy and Shelly sing. That was cool. Have those two voice actors kind of like sing a song together. That was fun. What else? Trying to think. Some like funny moments between Natsu, Happy, and Lucy. Like the first couple bits of the episode, just having them walk and like the monster coming up and Happy talking about it, kind of thing, and then like Natsu's like, nah, I don't want to do it, and it's like, it's good food, and he's like, you're right, and then just goes out there and does it. I think we're good here, but we'll think of something after the video. Most definitely, we'll probably think of something. If you guys have any thoughts, ideas, or theories, well, I shouldn't say theories because it can kind of be construed as like spoiler in that case. If there's anything I missed in this episode that you would like to talk about, comment down below in the comment section below. Obviously, no spoilers. No spoilers. Do not spoil. Don't be a dick. I will have my mod team and my admin team and so on and so forth on the case to deleting comments who spoil stuff for Fairy Tail and so on and so forth. So if you want me to read your comment, if you want me to talk with you and so on and so forth, don't be a dick. So that's it. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week for episode 279. Yes, 279. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Take care, buddy.